We're set.
Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this work session meeting of the Mayor and Council. At this time, I would ask everyone to please rise for a moment of silent prayer and a reflection as we think about Councilman Artie Zollner, who's been battling a rare virus the past couple months. It looks like he's turning a corner, and he hopes to be with us at our next meeting. Please salute the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Before we start, please note your fire exits. To my left, your right, into the office, and behind you into the main hallway. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to advance notice of and attend any meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interests is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with this act, the Mayor and Council of the Borough of New Milford have caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place thereof posted in the Borough Hall and the Borough website. Notices have also been sent to the Record and the Ridgewood News. The mission of this governing body is to provide essential services through the establishment and implementation of public policy that will safeguard the infrastructure, provide fair, honest, courteous, and professional services, establish a sense of trust and accomplishment between all residents, and through research and prudent planning seek to minimize risk while improving our services. We are sensitive to the needs and satisfaction of our taxpayers, while realizing that this governing body cannot be all things to all people, within the revenue constraints imposed by state mandates, economic conditions, and prevailing attitudes about taxation. At this time, I would ask the clerk to please call the roll.
Councilwoman Zandhusen.
Here.
Councilman Zollner. Councilwoman Duffy.
Here.
Councilman Grotsky.
Here.
Council President Seymour.
Here.
Councilwoman Grant.
Here.
Mayor Petrino.
Here. And let the record reflect that our auditor, Steve Wilcox, is here, and our attorney, John Shadanian, is 2 minutes out in traffic. First thing on the agenda tonight is proclamation for National Primary Immunodeficiency Awareness Month. Office of the Mayor Proclamation. Whereas, primary immunodeficiency, PI, refers to a group of more than 450 rare chronic disorders in which parts of the body's immune system is missing or functions improperly, leaving individuals more susceptible to infections, illness, and other serious health complications. And whereas, according to the Immune Deficiency Foundation, it is estimated that hundreds of thousands of people in the United States are living with a primary immunodeficiency disease, many of whom remain undiagnosed. And whereas early diagnosis and proper medical treatment can greatly improve the quality of life for individuals living with PI, allowing them to lead healthier, more productive lives. And whereas raising awareness among healthcare providers, patients, families, and the public is essential to improving early detection, advancing treatment options, and supporting those affected by primary immunodeficiency diseases. And whereas during National Primary Immunodeficiency Awareness Month, organizations such as the Immune Deficiency Foundation and the communities across the country work to educate the public about the signs and symptoms of PI, advocate for research and improved treatments, and support individuals and families impacted by these conditions. Whereas the Borough of New Milford recognizes the importance of public education, compassion, and community support in improving the lives of those living with primary immunodeficiency and their caregivers. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Mayor Michael Petrino, and the Borough Council of New Milford do hereby proclaim the month of April as National Primary Immunodeficiency Awareness Month in the Borough of New Milford, and encourage all residents to learn more about PI, diseases, support those affected, and promote awareness and understanding throughout the community. That's a tongue twister.
I'll never make it on the pit.
Okay. May I get a motion to appoint Thea Saraki Hurley to Shade Tree Alternate 1?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Under unfinished business, may I have a motion for the approval of the minutes for the March 23rd, 2026 public and closed session and the March 30th, 2026 special session meeting?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we have an ordinance up for adoption tonight. And when the clerk has the opportunity, I'd ask her to please read the ordinance.
An ordinance amending Chapter 30 of the Revised General Ordinances of the Borough of New Milford entitled Land Use Regulations, thereby amending Section 30-3.2 entitled Fees and Escrow.
The purpose of this ordinance is to correct the fee for the tax map listing of property owners to be consistent with NJSA 40:55D-12C of the Municipal Land Use Law. May I get a motion to open to the public for a public hearing on this ordinance?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ladies and gentlemen of the public, if anyone has any questions or comments regarding this ordinance, now is your opportunity to speak. Seeing that no member of the public wishes to comment on this ordinance at this time, I would ask for a motion to close to the public.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to adopt this ordinance on its final reading?
Second.
May I get a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Samuelson.
Yes.
Councilwoman Duffy.
Yes.
Councilman Grotzky.
Yes.
Council President Seymour.
Yes.
Councilwoman Grant.
Yes.
Okay, under new business, we have an introduction of ordinance 2026:15, and when the clerk has the opportunity, I'd ask her please read the ordinance.
Bond ordinance to authorize the making of various public improvements and the acquisition of new, additional, or replacement equipment and machinery and new communications and signal systems equipment in by and for the Borough of Milford in the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $416,000 to pay the cost thereof, to make a down payment, to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriation, to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds.
Okay, this is our annual multi-purpose bond ordinance for various public improvements and acquisitions, including road resurfacing, body-worn cameras, replacement of firearms, and fire apparatus. May I get a motion to introduce this ordinance on its first reading?
Motion. Second.
May I get a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Samuelson.
Yes.
Councilwoman Duffy.
Yes.
Councilman Grotzky.
Yes.
Council President Seymour.
Yes.
Councilwoman Grant.
Yes.
Okay, and the public hearing for this ordinance will be at our April 27th meeting. Okay, the next one up for introduction is 2026:16. When the clerk has the opportunity, I ask her please read the ordinance.
Calendar year 2026 ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriations limits and to establish a cap bank.
The purpose of this ordinance is to authorize an increase in the annual budget that exceeds the appropriation limits to establish a cap bank. May I get a motion to introduce this ordinance on its first reading?
Motion. Second.
May I get a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Samuelson.
Yes.
Councilwoman Duffy.
Yes.
Councilman Grotzky.
Yes.
Council President Seymour.
Yes.
Councilwoman Grant.
Yes.
Okay, the public hearing for this ordinance will be at our May 11th meeting. Okay, we've come to the point where I'm going to introduce our auditor, Stephen Wilcox, and we're going to talk about the budget that we will be introducing tonight.
Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome, sir.
Good evening, everybody. Tonight, you have for introduction the 2026 municipal budget. This has been the worst municipal budget year I've seen in my long, stellar career. Inflation, healthcare, contractual obligations, and it's not just here, it's throughout. Your appropriations are going up 3.9% over last year, which on the surface doesn't seem to be that obtrusive an amount or percentage. And that's made up of contractual obligations to employees, pension bills, health care, the library. In fact, everything in this budget that you control is $102,000 less than last year. So all the departments, rec, DPW, police, health, all the things that you can control, you're budgeting less than you did in 2025, which means the departments continue to provide the services, the same or better services to the residents, with less money. And not just $102,000 less. A dollar today is not worth what a dollar was worth a week ago, let alone a year ago. So it's bad budget time. It's the cost of everything just continues to go up so much more than the 2.5%, 3.5% appropriation cap and the 2% tax levy cap. And I will tell you, based on my experience so far this year, I feel like the Grim Reaper, because I have nothing but, at best, mediocre news, and at worst, I've got towns that can't put a budget together that's compliant with either the appropriation cap or the tax levy cap or both. We've done that here. You're $800,000 under the appropriation cap and about $40,000 under the tax levy cap, which are major accomplishments in this environment. One of my towns, which is in fairly close proximity to here, I sent their budget to the state and said, here, they're over this cap, they're over that cap. What do? And the answer is, statutorily, the state can't help them. It's going to take some sort of legislative relief to either increase the caps percentages. Now, remember, the tax levy cap was 2010 at 2%. You tell me today what is going up 2% or less. Nothing. So we're in a bit of a crisis situation. But again, for you, you've made the caps. You have a budget that's, like always in New Milford, a very workable, a very good budget. The impact on the average taxpayer is more than anybody would like it to be. $440 on the average $643,000 plus assessment. The tax levy is going up 5.23%, which is a lot more than it's gone up year to year to year over the last number of years. But you're not dissimilar to, Hackensack's introducing their budget tonight, 10.4% tax increase. Fairlawn is going to be at 11%.
No, lucky they only get elected every 4 years in Hackensack.
So what percent is our budget coming in? What percent is our budget?
5.23. So, and it's a problem. And while the state acknowledges that it's a problem, and it's funny, the person I talked to today referred to the governor's, first budget address, which talked about consolidation. Although her reference was more towards school districts than municipalities. But we're at a point right now where something's got to give. Something has to happen that either controls cost. It's not, I won't say spending because it's not spending. Yes, you're spending the money, but it's not something that you can control. You get a bill for pension. You get a bill for sewer disposal. You get your contractual salaries.
Insurance.
You get a bill for health care. You get a bill for liability. You get a bill for workers' comp.
Cybersecurity.
Here's your number. There's no negotiation. And in health care, you're kind of lucky because you're not in state health benefits. You didn't go up 35%.
I like when the auditor says, "You're kind of lucky." I know. I've heard other towns.
I read an article late last week that the State Health Benefits Board met, and they actually put out in public that they're going to go up either somewhere between 10 and 20% again next year. They've gone up over 100% in 4 years.
Yes. We are not on state health benefits, and we have not been on.
No, otherwise it would be this picture would be a lot worse. So as Dr. Doom or the Grim Reaper. It's not going to get better next year. I don't see it. Gas has gone up $1.12 a gallon in the last 33 days. And I don't care who promises, it's going to go down. It's very simple. Once things get up, it's easy. Prices go up like crazy. To get them to back down doesn't happen so quick, as quickly, or if ever, depending on what it is. So that's what I have. This budget was very painful for everybody.
I know the budget committee struggled. Like, there was a lot. This was constant.
Sure, because this is really the first time where you just look around and you shake your head and say, what's going on?
Right.
How can it be? But, it is what it is.
I just want to say thank you to the budget committee, and especially to you, Steve, to helping us through this, and explaining and holding our hand. But we know that we're in for a long haul. But we appreciate everything.
Thank you. Listen, continue to provide your services. Everybody's employed. But you have to start thinking about going forward. When a position becomes vacant, you have to think a lot longer and a lot harder whether you can fill that position, or can you fill it part-time instead of full-time where there's no benefits.
Which we've been doing forever.
I think the one thing we've been really consistent in over the years is responsible budgets.
No question.
We're not falling off the rails and doing things that are going to damage the borough today or tomorrow. Because you do something today, it affects you for the next 3 years, and people don't realize that all the time.
It's a very bad year.
Thank you for all your time and work on this. Thank you.
What's going to go down first, gas or tipping fees?
No, that just went up.
That went up again.
Tipping fees have never gone down.
Right.
Yeah. The difference between where they are, I checked it out. I can't remember what it was, but it's like $25 in like a very short period of time that it went up per ton.
Per ton.
If you have money for recycling too, and you don't anymore.
No, we pay for it.
That's the other thing.
Everything economically is so interconnected that it's hard to try to figure out what you can do that can make it better.
One of our co-locators on the cell tower too stopped paying. Dish Network is no longer paying their parent that we have the contract with. So it's thankfully one of the smallest ones that we're getting revenue from, but it's a sign of the times.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Any questions for Steve? Otherwise, we'll let him go give bad news to another town.
I'm going to go home and hopefully you see UConn win tonight. Nah, you don't think so, John?
I was surprised to see that Michigan was the favorite. I thought UConn would be the favorite play. Harley's my boy, so what do you want? I'm a Jersey City guy, all right?
Yeah. I'm moving for UConn. I wish St. John's would have beat them, but they didn't. So Big East.
Well, thank you, sir.
No, thank
we
you.
appreciate your time and
I'll
all
be
your
back on the 11th
Yep.
of May for the public hearing. We'll wait, send everything down to the state.
The budget's May 11th.
Well, the Yankees still in first place.
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it.
Yeah,
They don't usually start tanking till the mid-season.
Closer to the All-Star break.
well,
Yes, exactly.
Marathon.
Maybe it's a non-tank year. We'll see. Maybe
I say that every year, Steve.
maybe they'll win 100+ games.
Excellent.
We can hope.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody have a good night.
Thanks,
You too,
Steve.
Steve, as always.
It's always a pleasure, my friend.
So long.
All right, we're going to do 2006, okay, 2026:108. May I get a motion to introduce the 2026 municipal budget?
Motion.
Second. May I get a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Samuelson.
Yes.
Councilwoman Duffy.
Yes.
Councilman Grotzky.
Yes.
Council President Seymour.
Yes.
Councilwoman Grant.
Yes.
Do I open up?
No. For,
Public, because it's introduction, no?
no.
If we wait for
Next
the
time.
11th, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Item number 1 is schedule updates. Okay, next Saturday on April 11th is Little League and Softball Opening Day, sponsored by the Milford Little League and the Milford Recreation. The parade lineup is at 8:45 a.m. at the old ShopRite parking lot, and the parade will go to Kennedy Field. We will be doing a special presentation at the ceremony because we will be dedicating the A softball field to Debbie Yeager. On Saturday, April 18th, is America's 250th anniversary kickoff, sponsored by the New Milford Rev 250 Committee, the Milford Historic Preservation Commission, the Milford Environmental Commission, the Milford Shade Tree. The first event will be America the Beautiful litter cleanup, and that will start at 8:30 a.m. And then at 11 a.m. we'll be planting a Liberty tree on the Borough Hall lawn. That will take place at 11 a.m. And everything is going to be at the Borough Gazebo. So line up for the cleanup at the Borough Gazebo, and we're going to get ready for the tree planting at the gazebo. On Sunday, April 19th, is Bill Ervolino, sponsored by Friends of the New Milford Public Library and Friends of Oradell Public Library. That'll be at 1 p.m. at the New Milford Public Library, and refreshments will be served. On Friday, May 15th, is the Michael Pevney and Lauren Savino Scholarship Barbecue, sponsored by the New Milford High School Scholarship Fund. It'll take place from 3:30 to 7 p.m. at the New Milford High School cafeteria. On Wednesday, May 20th, is the New Milford Anti-Bias Symposium, sponsored by the Borough of New Milford, the New Milford School District, and the New Milford Police Department. It'll be from 6 to 8 p.m. at the New Milford High School auditorium. On Monday, May 25th, is New Milford's annual Memorial Day Parade, sponsored by the New Milford Public Events Committee. Parade lineup is at 8:30 a.m. at the Knightsfield parking lot, and the parade will go from the Knightsfield parking lot to the Borough Hall, as usual. Did I miss anything?
Yes, the Big Basket Bonanza.
Is this the one on the 20th?
This is from the 18th to the 25th
18th to the 25th.
at the library. Big baskets full of wonderful things for you to.
What is the cost of that? I saw a flyer. I didn't see a cost on it.
It's a donation.
It's a donation.
A requested donation.
Donation. I will post the flyer.
I think it is posted.
No.
Oh, goodbye.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll post it. Right.
Okay, thank you.
Got it. Anything else? Any other events? No, for now? Okay.
Well, the Arts Committee will have its event on May 30th.
That's close enough. May 30th?
May 30th, 2 to 4 at the YMCA. Lots of performing arts. Should be fun.
Okay. Item number 2 is Administrator's Report.
Thank you, Mayor. I don't
Welcome.
have a lot to report. One item of interest is that a member of Congressman Gottheimer's staff will be holding mobile office hours here at the Borough Hall prior to our next Mayor and Council meeting on Monday, April 27th. They'll be here at 6 p.m. For any interested people who need to come and have anything they need to talk about.
I should post that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Didn't make it to the agenda, but it came in today, and it was something that we discussed last year. The office staff recognizes summer hours as far as their contract. Generally runs July and August, and last year they asked if they could start in June, and that was agreed to. So the proposal is to be able to start summer hours beginning June 1st, which would be a closure at 1 o'clock on Fridays, if everybody is open to that. Otherwise, it will start on July 6th.
Is that what we did last year?
Yes, June, yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Fine with me. Do we need to vote on that? No.
Can I get a motion to start summer hours on June 1st?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
And then the only other thing was to mention that our next council meeting is a public session. It's scheduled for not 3 weeks from tonight. And that is April 27th at 7 p.m. Public session.
Yes. And speaking of that meeting, I want to mention ahead of time that Senator Lagana will be visiting us at that meeting, and he'll be talking about legislation that he'll be introducing that is going to hopefully severely affect and help us with some of our affordable housing obligation numbers. I'll give you just a little preview. We're talking about garden apartments that are built before 1980 and possibly a different status than they are now. So we are looking forward to that.
Mayor, I appreciate the support that we get from our legislators.
Yes.
They do a tremendous job.
What's the date of that meeting?
27th.
Do you know the status of anything, or should we just wait for you?
I know he's going to be introducing it, I believe, probably a couple of days after our meeting, but he'd like to talk about it here, since we are one of the towns that have been talking to him for a while about this very issue.
Can we hope that will be somewhat retroactive?
Not sure yet. But we have 2,300 garden apartments and an obligation of 368. So, don't know what's going to happen, but those numbers are in our favor.
Yes. I have something to add to the Environmental and Energy Commission's working on their community energy plan, and I'll have Sustainable Jersey's working on a review of that. I'll be forwarding that to you within a couple weeks. And EEC would like to do a public presentation at the May 27th meeting, and that would include, they're wanting to invite the members of Sustainable Jersey and the consultant who's helping to work on the community energy plan to do a public information, have an opportunity for the public to comment on the plan as well.
On the 27th?
That would be May 27th.
Okay. Okay. Resolutions. Has everyone seen the resolutions? Do any need to be pulled for further discussion and or vote?
Yes, I'd like to select 114, 2026, and 114.
May I get a motion to open to the public for public comment?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ladies and gentlemen of the public, if anyone has any questions or comments regarding anything regarding the good and welfare of the Borough of Milford, come on up and we'll give you 5 minutes.
Lori Barton. I saw on your agenda a resolution to support the legislation that Congressman Dahlheimer is proposing, and I think that's a good move. Glad to see that. But after last time when we spoke, I was hoping for something a little bit more as far as a statement from the mayor and council. It's not a resolution, but just a statement. I went through and just took bits and pieces from a lot of different towns. I wrote something up, and I'd just like to read it to you. It's kind of what I was hoping, a benign statement to get from the mayor and council. So I'm going to read what I have here. We in New Milford are aware that federal immigration and customs enforcement officers have been active in some communities, including areas in New Jersey. These actions have caused fear and uncertainty for many families. The Borough of New Milford remains committed to keeping our communities safe, welcoming, and united. The New Milford Police Department does not enforce civil immigration laws and does not ask about immigration status during everyday interactions. This follows New Jersey law and the Attorney General's Immigrant Trust Directive, which is designed to build trust. New Milford is home to people from many backgrounds, and we remain committed to treating everyone with dignity, fairness, and respect. We believe no person in the United States, regardless of citizenship, race, or immigration status, should live in fear of violence or intimidation while exercising their daily lives. New Milford is committed to the equal, respectful, and dignified treatment of everyone in our community and does not condone actions that intimidate, terrorize, or harm members of its community. We believe in the inherent dignity and worth of every person. Immigrants are our neighbors, our coworkers, our classmates, our friends, and our family members. They are an essential part of our community, our economy, and our shared future. Our town is stronger because of its diversity, and we stand in unwavering solidarity with our immigrant neighbors. New Milford is your home. We will continue to stand by every resident, regardless of immigration status, and to lead with humanity, clarity, and resolve. And in my opinion, it's benign. It's just talking about the everybody's worth as a citizen, as a person. And I was hoping that this body would embrace something like that in addition to having a resolution to support Congressman Gottheimer's legislation. This is just a statement, not a resolution, and I would hope that you could find a way to possibly do something in this vein.
Thank you. Seeing that no other member of the public wishes to comment at this time, I would ask for a motion to close the public.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? May I get a motion? Let's talk about 2026-114 first, because it's pulled out.
I listened to what Lori said, and I do agree with her. I'm pleased that we are issuing this resolution in support of Congressman Gottheimer's bill, which was referred to the House Committee on the Judiciary on March 9th. I'm not sure what kind of chance it has of going any further than that. I certainly hope it will go further. I wish it were a little stronger than it was, but I'm happy that he's doing it. It's not a perfect bill, but it's a good start. And I have posted a copy of this bill on my Councilwoman Facebook page if anybody actually wants to read the text. I also posted a copy of the New Jersey Attorney General's Immigrant Trust Directive that Lori referred to. This directive is mentioned in our resolution, and it guides the actions of the police forces throughout the state when they interact with federal agencies such as ICE. For example, it prohibits New Jersey police officers from participating in federal immigration raids, among other things. We are, by and large, all immigrants or descended from immigrants, and we are all people. And in New Milford, more than 40 languages are spoken at the high school. We are a polyglot. We are a melting pot, and New Milford is richer for that. And bottom line is we are all people, we are all human beings. We all deserve respect and dignity, and certainly our New Milford residents deserve that. And I'd like them to know that we have their support, that they have our support, and we hope that everyone will be safe. I vote yes, so I will vote yes on the vote.
Oh,
not up for the vote.
we're not on that one yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else have any comment?
Well, I would just add that I thank Congressman Gottheimer for not only his hard work on this legislation, but his leadership. He not only works hard to address difficult issues, but he's always embraces working with both sides of the aisle on problems that require bipartisan support to help solve problems. There's no such thing as anything being perfect, but I think it's a fantastic piece of legislation that he's introduced. I'm grateful for his leadership, and I do believe we certainly stand in solidarity with our entire community.
Okay. May I get motions to adopt resolutions 2026:109 through 2026:113 and 2026:115?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I get a motion to adopt 2026:114?
Motion.
Second.
May I get a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Sanyusin.
Yes.
Councilwoman Duffy.
Yes.
Councilman Grotsky.
Yes.
Council President Seymour.
Yes.
Councilwoman Grant.
Yes.
Okay. Is there any other business for this council? If not, I would ask for a motion to adjourn.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. And parade next week, opening day, 9 o'clock.
We off?